All right, Google just dropped a massive announcement about what they're calling the next chapter in their AI journey. And it all comes down to one name, Gemini 3. So what does this actually mean for how you search, work, and, well, get things done? Let's dive in and break it all down.
Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll set the scene for this new era of AI. Then, we're going to pop the hood and see what makes Gemini so smart. After that, and this is the fun part, we'll see how it's going to change the tools you use every single day, how it's becoming this proactive assistant. And finally, we'll take a peek at what's just around the corner.
So let's set the stage here. It's been nearly 2 years since Google first kicked off what they called the Gemini era. Well, this isn't just another update. They're positioning this as the next major step, a real leap forward in that whole journey. And to get a sense of the impact here, you have to understand the scale we're talking about. It's just staggering. There are already 650 million people using the Gemini app every month. And get this, 2 billion people are using AI overviews in search. So when you upgrade the engine that powers all of that, yeah, the ripple effects are going to be huge. And this, right here, is the star of the show, Gemini 3. Google is making it clear they didn't just tweak the old model. They're calling this their most intelligent system ever, built from the ground up. And the mission? Simple, to create a partner that helps you learn, build, and plan pretty much anything you can dream up. That all sounds incredibly impressive, right? But it kind of begs the question, what's the secret sauce? What's actually new? Let's get into the tech and see what makes Gemini 3 so much more powerful.
You know, this quote from CEO Sundar Pichai just nails the fundamental shift. He says, AI has gone from reading text and images to reading the room. And that's the whole idea. It's not just about processing raw data anymore. It's about understanding context, depth, and all that human nuance.
So how exactly does an AI read the room? Well, the engine behind it all is something called multimodal reasoning. And to put it simply, this is Gemini's superpower. It's the ability to take in text, images, video, audio, even computer code, all at the same time, understand how it all connects, and then use it to answer some incredibly complex questions. And look, this isn't just marketing hype. The proof is in the performance. Gemini 3 Pro is absolutely crushing it on major industry benchmarks. Take that LMA Arena leaderboard. That 1501 ELO score, which is kind of like a chess rating for AIs, is a total breakthrough. It's hitting PhD-level reasoning and setting new records for coding. This isn't a small step up, it's a giant leap. Okay, impressive benchmarks are one thing, but this is where it gets real for all of us. How does all this powerful new tech actually change the Google products we literally use every single day? Let's start with the biggest one of all, search. And this slide just perfectly illustrates the shift. We're all moving away from that classic page of 10 blue links, where you have to do all the work, clicking around and hunting for the answer. The new Search with AI mode is designed to build the answer for you, right there, presenting it in these immersive, interactive ways. To really wrap your head around this change, from finding answers to building them, just ask yourself this. What if search didn't just give you a link to information, but it built you a custom tool right on the spot to help you actually use that information? That is the core idea behind what Google's calling Generative UI. And here are some fantastic real-world examples of what this means. Instead of a link about a physics problem, you get an actual simulation you can play with. Instead of a web page, a mortgage calculator is just there. You could scan your family's old handwritten recipes and get a digital cookbook. Or, and I love this one, upload a video of your pickleball match to get a personalized training plan. It's all about making information come alive. Building custom tools is one thing, but that just opens up a much bigger idea. If an AI can create an app for you, what else can it do for you? And this is where Google's vision gets really, really ambitious. They want to evolve AI from a tool that just answers questions into a proactive assistant that actually gets things done. And that brings us to this huge new concept, the AI agent. You got to stop thinking of it like a search engine and start thinking of it more like a personal assistant. It's an AI that's designed to understand a complex, multi-step task and then actually take action across different apps to get it done for you. So here is a perfect example. You could ask it to book a rental car for your trip. The agent can see the flight details in your Gmail, go search for cars that fit your budget, and then get the whole booking ready, just waiting for you to give the final okay. The key here, and this is important, is that you are always in control. The AI just does all the heavy lifting.
And, this is a big deal because it's not just some shiny new feature for us. Google is also launching something called Google Anti-Gravity, which is a whole new platform for developers. This tells you they are betting big on these AI agents. They see it as a fundamental new way to build software, and they're putting it right at the core of their future strategy.
Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's look ahead. With all this new power and capability, where does the technology go from here? I mean, what's the next frontier for this kind of intelligence? Well, Google is already giving us a little peek at the next tier up. It's called Gemini 3 Deepthink, and they describe it as an enhanced reasoning mode designed specifically to tackle the most complex, tangled, multi-layered problems you can imagine. It's in safety testing right now, but it represents that next big step change in AI reasoning. And this chart gives you a really tangible sense of that power jump. On a notoriously difficult test for AIs, you can see that DeepThink mode is already scoring noticeably higher than the Gemini 3 Pro model we've been talking about, which is already crazy powerful. So, really, this is what it all comes down to. The whole story here is about shifting our idea of AI from being just a simple tool to being a true, creative, and intellectual partner. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. When you have a partner that's this capable, what will you create?